All 25 students in the chemistry class took a test. Each student earned a test score that was an integer of points. No two students earned the same test score. The median test score was 80. How many students earned a test score that was greater than 80 points? So the median is 80. So we know that one student scored 80, and that's the median, the middle right here. So that means above it have to be the rest of the students remaining. So 25 minus 1 is 24. So that means 12 students made higher, 12 students made lower. So your answer has to be B. Shafali goes to the farmer's market every Saturday. 2 Saturdays ago, she purchased 3 apples and 4 oranges for a total of $3.47. Last Saturday, she purchased 12 oranges but no apples and spent $6.36. Today, she only has one $10 bill. Given that none of the prices have changed, what is the maximum number of apples she can purchase? Okay, so let's talk about the 12 oranges. Let's change these to a different color. Let's go with green. 12 oranges that she purchased for $6.36. So $6.36 divided by 12 means each orange is 0.53 cents. And so 2 Saturdays ago, she purchased 3 apples. So we're going to say 3 apples. And she purchased 4 oranges plus 4 oranges at 0.53 cents each. And she spent a total of $3.47. So now we can figure out how much the apples cost. So we have 3 apples plus, this is 4 times 5.53 is 2.12 equals 3.47. So then we'll subtract from both sides. We get 3 apples. That's a terrible 3. Let's erase that. So we have 3 apples equals 1.35 because we subtracted 212 from each side. So 1 apple equals 0.43 cents. Nope, did my math wrong. 0.45 cents. So how many apples can she buy? So if she has $10, so we'll put that in blue, $10. So she has $10 and each apple is 0.45. 10 divided by 0.45 is 22. So she can buy 22 apples, choice J. That's just a lot to kind of break down and figure out, but the math is not that hard. It just takes time. Fletcher left his home 1 hour and 15 minutes before he entered the store. He spent 25 minutes in the store before he made his purchase. So if its purchase was made at 2:30, so 2:30, he was there for 25 minutes before he made his purchase. So 2:30 minus 25 minutes is 2:05. So now we're at 2:05. And an hour before that was 1:05. And then 15 more minutes before that was 12:50. So your answer is A. To the nearest 10 cents, what's the price of a bag of balloons? So we don't know how much a bag of balloons is because it was cut off the receipt. But we do know how much the other materials cost. 2 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4, and that's going to be $15. So now $15 plus the balloons, whatever balloons cost, we'll call those X. And then we know that they paid 6% sales tax on the whole thing. So plus 6%, 6 over 100, 0.06 times this cost, 15 plus X. Again, we don't know exactly what that is, so we're just going to call it 15 plus X. And then we know what it equals. We know they paid a total of $18.55. So it equals 18.55. Now we have a formula we can solve. So let's first, we have 15 plus x plus 0.06x, right? This times this, plus 0.9, right? Because 15 times 0.06 is 0.9. So now we have 15.9 plus 1.06x equals 18.55. We can subtract our 15.9 from each side. So subtract this 15.9 from here. We have 1.06x equals 2.65. Divide both sides by 1.06 and you get x equals 2.5. That's quite a bit of calculation and figuring out, but it's doable once you figure out the expression. I find that most students struggle with this part the most, right? What to put in there. So it's a pretty common question. Just watch this a few times if you didn't understand how I did it, to go back and just walk through the steps slowly. The price of the doll, so the doll is $6, is how much greater than the mean of the four prices shown on the partial receipt. So the four prices shown on the partial receipt are here, 2 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4, and that is 15. And there's 4 items shown on the partial receipt. So that is 3.75, the mean or the average. So 6, the price of the doll, is how much greater than 3.75. So 6 minus 3.75 equals 2.25, or choice C. Malik will spend a total of $30 before sales tax on X bag of marbles. So bag of marbles is $2 each. And Y cars. And cars are $3 each. Now the following segment's graphed, which one contains all the possible coordinates of X and Y? So let's just start with choice F. So the cars are $3 each. So if he spent 15 times 3, well, that's 45, and that's too much. So we know choice F is out. And for that same reason, we know choice G is out. Now, if he only spends $2 on marbles, so choice J, 2 times 10 is 20, and 3 times 5 is 15. So 3 times 5 is 15. There we go, fix that. 3 times 5 is 15. Well, that's not enough, right? He can spend more of, that doesn't include all the combinations because it's too small. So you know it has to be either K or H. And we can just glance at it and see, well, H looks like it's too small also. So if he bought just marbles, for example, it would be, not marbles, cars. It would be 3 times 10, which is 30. Right? That's the range we're looking for. And if he just bought cars, it'd be 15 times 2, which is also 30. So, and it could be any range in between there. So your answer has to be K. In DEF shown below, EG is an altitude. DEF is a right angle. So DEF is a right angle. So from here to here, you know, this is 90 degrees. If this is 30 degrees, now we know this has to be 60 degrees. So that is 60 because there's 180 degrees in a triangle. Now let's just look at the small triangle. If this is 90 degrees, this is 60. You know, this angle has to be 30 for the same reason. There's 180 degrees in a triangle. And now there's a little bit of knowledge needed. So this triangle, I'm just going to copy this triangle again. So this is triangle EGF. So this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. In 30, 60, 90 triangles, the sides are x, 2x, x root 3. So if we know that the side that's 2x is 20, right? 2 times what equals 20? So 2x equals 20. That means x equals 10. So know that x is 10. So this side is 10. So that means this missing side that we're looking for has to be 10 root 3. And that's just kind of a really common ACT question. They like you to know a 45, 45, 90 triangle, which is a triangle cut in half, and that's x, x, x root 2, so you need that knowledge. Then an equilateral triangle divided in half is a 30, 60, 90, and it's the x, 2x, x root 3, so B. So in this problem, we're given f of x, and we're given g of x, and we want to know what is f of x minus g of x if h of x is 2. So we're just going to plug 2 in for each one of the x's. So let's start with f of x. So it's going to be 2 squared plus 7 times 2 minus 3. And then we're going to subtract that. And then we're going to do our g of x. So it's going to be 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 5. Now we're dealing with real numbers. Pretty easy to deal with. 4 plus 14 minus 3, that's 15. And then we have 4 minus 8 plus 5, that's 1. So 15 minus 1 is 14. So our answer is H. It's actually a pretty easy number 38 if you just know what to plug in the numbers. Students using a protractor, and we want to know what is the degree measure of angle C. So we're looking for this degree measure. So we know it's a triangle. We know that triangles have 180 degrees. We're going to be able to rely upon that. We know that B is 90 degrees. So we know this is 90. So to get C, we have to figure out, well, what is A? So we know that the protractor goes up a little bit past 65. So we're going to call that 66. So, and then this line goes to 30, right? So we have 66 degrees minus 30, and that's going to make this angle 36-ish. Okay, so now we say 180 minus 90, right, the 90 degrees, minus 36, and that's going to equal 54. So your answer is D. For real numbers, x and y, such that x is greater than 0 and less than 5, so 0 to 5, and y is greater than 9, which the following could be the expression x plus y over 9. Well, I know it's not going to be 0, because y is greater than 9 and x is greater than or equal to 0, so the top number is at least going to be 9, the bottom number is 9. So if I just had 9 divided by 9, that's going to be at least 1, so f is out. Let's look at choice G and see what we have. So what if I had x is 1 and y is, just go with 9, plus 9 divided by 9? Well, that would be 10 over 9, which could be a choice, so our answer has to be G. All right, so I'm just plugging in and playing with numbers, and that came pretty quickly.